Hi, I'm Claire, the intuitive reader, and I'm here to read a story with the cards. It may be your story, but it may not be. So don't try to make it fit. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, check back, and maybe I'll be reading your story next. Okay, so I was going to do the full moon energy reading, and it's just not going that direction. So I decided to just do a reading, and then I will make a separate one about the full moon energy. So I'm going to be using the Witch's Tarot. It's the deck that I kept being drawn towards. I'm really trusting my guides lately, and they're leading me on a lot of good choices. So let's see what the cards have to say. I like to read my cards upright because I feel that the cards that are supposed to come out will come out, and so I read them with the basic meaning and with an interpretation of what they say to me. That was too many, so I'm going to start with one card, please. Just one card, please. It just likes to give me piles sometimes, and I'm like, those are too big chunks for me to read all at once. I feel like getting multiple pages of a book that you have to read all at once. So I had them upright, and this popped out reversed. So this is the Page of Swords reversed. It's a younger person, and they're the ideas. This might be a younger person, but this also might be a person whose ideas are sort of immature. And it coming in reverse is saying that this person's energy and way of thinking is kind of, like hitting a baseball instead of with some finesse. If it was coming in this way, I would really think that this is more of a youthful way of speaking and thinking, but with, kind of a fresh take in that way. But reversed, I'm getting that this is more of reactionary thinking and speaking. Kind of flying off the handle, maybe. See here, we have a bird, and he's holding onto the handle. So this person may fly off the handle because the way they're thinking about things is not from a very mature place. So, okay, let's clarify the Page of Swords in the reverse. Let's clarify the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, let's see. The Magician. Okay, so they might be thinking that their way of seeing things is the way that they can have manifestation in their life. But they're not seeing that they need to slow down. This is coming in really too fast. They're taking things that are coming at them as more of, and this could be your energy, but it could just be someone in your energy. Instead of clearly seeing it, waiting, and then forming ideas and thoughts and then sharing them, this person is ready to just, come at it. They think that moving forward in this really fast way is the way to manifest. And so I'm getting that this person needs to have some patience. Having really good ideas is wonderful, but things take time to manifest. These roses don't bloom overnight. They need to be watered, and they need sunshine, and they need to go through a dormancy period where they're actually not blooming, so that they can, use all that energy that they've stored up to grow. Also, there's a little fairy here, but it's kind of like down here. It's not the central focus. So really remembering to focus on the joy within creation, not just the manifestation of physical things. It's wonderful to have gold. It's wonderful to create something, but you need to be patient in order for it to be there. Like you may not be realizing that underneath it all, because there's calla lilies in here, and calla lilies can bloom every year. You'll think that they're not there anymore. You'll think, you put a whole bunch of stuff over them, you ran over them with the lawnmower. I mean, they are very, very resilient. They can be under the ground when it's frozen, and then as soon as there's the right conditions, the right timing, they pop out. I had put a pot with a calla lily that I thought had died in my closet, in my linen closet. I was going to reuse the pot and I didn't empty it. I went into the closet and it was blooming. It was coming out. The green shoot was coming out. I had not watered this thing in quite a long time because I thought it was dead. And so your potential might be right under the surface, but you're going to have to be patient until the conditions are just right. So you don't need to be in a hurry. This energy is there. It's coming in. The creativity, the light is coming in. But you might be a little focused on batting for, he's got the wand here, the sword here. It's just like, I can make it happen right now. And this is saying, you need to slow down. You need to slow down and let things grow naturally. So yeah, it might take until August to actually see something, or 8 days, or even 8 months. This could take a while, but it will be very abundant. You just have to be patient. Here is the 9 of Swords. This is like thinking about things. So this impatience and not seeing that what you want is right there is causing you to have mental anguish. You are like not focused on what's going on in the background here. And that is causing you or this person, it's causing them to be feelings of not, almost like a self imposed prison of your thoughts, because it's not the way you want it right now. Okay, but remember, in life, things do not happen on our timeline. When we make plans, God laughs. So remember that. You need to, just like with gardening, you put the seeds in, you water them, you let the sun shine on them, you weed them and make sure everything's, moving along. But then you have to leave them alone. If you were to go there and mess with them every day, you would not, you might destroy them. So maybe you're tending these things too hard. Oh, and of course, this isn't surprising to me that the temperance came out. Yes, balance, slow down. The rainbow only comes after the rain. Plants only bloom after it rains. They need time. Be balanced. Like she's just easily keeping things in balance. So focusing on that and not focusing on this. Yeah. So I think, she's got irises here. She's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. She is not concerned about anything. She's just like, things will happen at their own pace. And, it can be hard to keep your thoughts in that direction, that things will happen at their own pace. So maybe someone in your life is really struggling with that, or you're feeling this big push. It has to happen now. It has to happen now. And if it happened at the wrong time, it might not be successful. You know, if roses pop up in the winter, they will freeze. The reason they have to wait that long is because the sun is so strong during the summer that they need that to actually help them grow. So maybe your project is just not ready. And with all these flowers, you really need to sit back, not be in your head, and let things come at their own time. And I really do get the feeling it will come. This will be successful. I mean, you have the Magician. That's really great. It's just telling you to be patient. To, you know, like you want to come in here like really fast, and or this person wants to come in really fast. Maybe they're pushing you on a project. Maybe someone in your space. They're not doing it out of malice, but it could be causing you a lot of conflict. Because you're like, yeah, I know, I want it to be fast too, and it's not happening. But, you know, just like a pot of water, it'll never boil if you're just sitting there staring at it. So, you know, in the meantime, get out there. I mean, get out there in nature, because there's a lot of nature in these cards, a lot of vegetation. And in the cards that there isn't, it's not a place you want to be. This looks cold, dark, and dry. You need, you know, the emotions, the moon is behind. So, okay, and I'm getting the fact that you could be making yourself a little sick with this. This could be causing a tower physically. You might be blowing your lid. You might be like blowing up because you want to blow up in other ways, but the only way to let off the steam is to just let it out. And keeping in temperance and staying out of your head could really avoid this tower. This could cause some really hard times in the foundation of your life. And I don't think anybody wants that. And this is completely avoidable because it's at the bottom of the deck. It didn't actually come out. So this is avoidable if you... I really think it's important that your ideas don't cause harm to the foundation of your life. That it has to happen right now, right there. Are you getting enough water? Are you getting out in the sun? Are you meditating? Or have you just had some fun? Because not having fun is not balanced. So let's see. We don't want that tower. So let's see what else energy will come out. Okay, well, that one flipped up. 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm getting from this, if you actually make a plan and you lay it out and you focus on the intent of what you're doing, it will be successful. But it is going to take looking at it and, you know, planning it out. I really do feel like you can't just come in here and just like do something. You actually need to know what you're doing. Do some research. You know, maybe consult with someone else. Like this person's alone, but I get from this 3 that you should be talking to other people. Get some expert advice. If you really want this to be successful, you wouldn't just go out and you know, plant some seeds if they're in the wrong climate, or, you know, give it too much water or too little water or too much sun, or you know, each plant has its own criteria to be successful and to grow. And that is true of any project. So really focusing on making a plan, you know, that can be unfun, but, you know, the ideas might come to you. You might have more clarity if you sit down and actually plan this out, and, you know, use consult with someone wise. I mean, I think black cat's really awesome. So I have two, so maybe I'm a little biased, but there being a black cat in there, to me, is a confirmation that, yes, you need to look at it with different eyes, which means maybe consulting with someone who actually knows all the stuff that you might not know. Like if you're dealing with finances, you should consult with an accountant. If you're dealing with buying property, you should contact a realtor. If you need to do plumbing, do not do your own plumbing unless you're a plumber, because it's going to cost you a lot more. I mean, just get the person who can actually help you in the situation that you need help with. You're going to be more successful than doing it on your own and going, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working faster? Why isn't this doing that? And going through, racking your own brain, and sitting in sorrow and like, oh, this is just never going to, forget it, I give up. Don't give up. Just get some help. Oh, this card was on the bottom of the deck again, and then it came out. So I feel like you're in a kind of lack mindset. You're not seeing that. You're just seeing this, this light isn't on right here. This little flower isn't blooming. And you're not seeing that actually there's still stuff growing. It may not be growing as fast as you want. You may want, some of these trees, but these trees come after after the winter. So, make sure you're making good decisions. And again, this goes into, consulting with other people to make sure that you are making good decisions so that you are never in a position of, this impoverished mindset. From this card, I usually get poverty, but in relation to this card, I get this as a poverty mindset that almost if you may not believe that you are capable of being the magician. Maybe the lessons that you have been taught, the words that have been said to you, the people around you have always had a lack mindset. And so you have to remember that you were taught stuff. You were taught things, and that doesn't mean that what you learned is the best way to move forward. If you really want to be the magician, you have to believe. You have to believe in this. And understand that there are times where this is necessary, where slowing down and it's not the right time to bloom yet. I'm just getting that impression. So don't think of this as it's never going to happen, that this is all there's ever going to be, because it's under the ground. The ground has to thaw. The conditions have to be right for this, and it's coming. I mean, I'm not getting really much fire energy yet, but I am getting the feeling that see right here. Okay, I was like looking around and I'm like, wait, no. There is the sun's coming. The light is coming through. It's peeking through. It's peeking through right now. There's just a little light right now. But that light is going to grow. And it's going to be magnified through these. This light, this idea, this concept, this new business, this, yeah, I get that this, I don't think this is love reading at all, is going to be magnified. But you have to believe it. You have to believe that this, once the ground thaws, that this light will go on. Now, let's see what else we get. Let's clarify. the King of Pentacles. See, I get the impression that you're so focused on this. You're like, oh, my money, my stuff, my worldly possessions. When is this going to happen? I need it now. And again, you need to be patient. That he's not even seeing the abundance around him. He's just so focused on this one pentacle, not realizing that there's all these pentacles and these pentacles and these and this pentacle. I mean, so that's, let's see, we have 5, 8, 9, we have 10 pentacles here. So this single-minded focus on just one outcome, this one thing that you want, is blinding you. You're so focused on this that it's blinding you to the fact that there are 10 pentacles out here. It's here. It's just, it's not the way, it's not in all the same place, and it's not all coming in at the same time. Okay, yeah, the 10 of swords. I mean, the 10 of wands. You're carrying too much on yourself. This baggage of self-imposed poverty and focus on physical wealth is weighing you down. It's making it harder to get to the castle, to be this person, to embody this. And see, look, on his back, that to me could look like another pentacle. It's just like they're everywhere. But you're focused on this, on the work, on that it's not blooming fast enough. But while you've been walking, carrying all this around, they are blooming. The frost has been melting, and it's actually happening. See, he has these flowers on his magician's table too. He needed all these components. She needed all these components, them, to actually manifest what they're creating. Without all these different components, they can't be the magician. See, they needed to let these little flowers grow, and they needed to gather that pentacle and get that cup. Yeah, and here's the sword of truth. It all needed to be handled the correct way at the right time in order to manifest. See, I just get the feeling that you or someone else in this situation is getting too hung up on thoughts and expectations. Oops, sorry. She just looks so apprehensive. So, I mean, just the sword cards that I'm pulling, this one's in the reverse. This person is just depressed. This person is suspicious. Maybe you were worried that if you were successful, that you've been taught that people will be deceptive, that you can't trust people, that you have to be alone once you have wealth and money and prosperity. And that idea has caused you to become suspicious. Like, oh, okay, I'll pick up a sword if, because everybody else is going to, do it to me. And, money doesn't grow on trees. It even grows on this, like, desolate tree. It does. That mindset has to be changed. You are the magician, or the person you're involved with is the magician. Someone very important to you. Maybe you're creating something but the outcome is the 10 of Cups. There is fulfillment. There is just the rainbow. Look, it led to the rainbow. Yay. That's awesome. Like, this is going to be a lot of work because you're dealing with your own baggage. You're dealing with a lack mindset, being taught things that aren't serving you, to